Hello children, now we are moving on to the next topic of our writing skills, that is report writing. Okay, now you must have heard of these words, you all are very familiar with these words, article writing, report writing. Now article writing, now you must have understood what it is or how to go about writing an article, especially in a magazine or in a newspaper. Now what is a report writing? Now report writing is also, you are in fact reporting all the facts what you have been a witness to, okay, and how it has, how did it go about, how did it start, when it started, and what were the consequences that you have witnessed or what you have seen. All that you are writing it down in a systematic or in a sequential order as how they had happened. And one thing is that you have to remember is there is no exaggeration of any sort when you do this report. Okay, so now here, what is report writing? Report writing is a method of giving factual description of any person, place, process, object, event or occurrences. Okay, it should be easy to understand, simple and precise, giving all details but without exaggeration. Just as I told you, there should be no exaggeration of any sort when you are giving a report. A report can be of anything, it can be analytical report also, but that is not for you all to know what is the analytical report. That when you will come to the next class and in the 10th standard and all, you all will come to know. But here, if you are asked to describe any person, okay, place, process means now how you go about. Now I know during this time all of you all have had a plenty of time to be experimenting in the kitchen and trying out different dishes. So if I ask you to write a report on how you go about making a cake, now you just say, I took this, I took that, and I mixed it, I baked it, and and finally here the cake is. No, how did you go about doing the actual process? What were the starting steps? You gathered all your ingredients what you wanted, and then you measured them, and then that is a process, isn't it? So that you have to describe your process, right? Or an object. Now if I asked you, now you came into acquisition of having the latest mobile phone. Now just go about giving me the details of that object. Then event, if you happen to have wedding in your family and you are writing a letter to your best friend or to a cousin who was unfortunate enough not to attend it. So you are giving a full minute to minute detail about everything. So there you can, then any occurrences, if you were a witness to any of the accidents that has taken place in this thing, or you happen to be at an inauguration function of a showroom or something, and one of the film stars happen to be there. So you are giving you are writing a detailed report about all that. So it should be easy to understand. That means the language that you use should be very, very simple and precise. You don't add on your own whatever details you want. No adding. You have to give precise information, no adding your own masalas into it, and it should be without exaggeration. Okay, no putting anything unrequired, what is not required and what has not happened there. You cannot go on adding all those information. What you have witnessed with your eyes, that only you have to. So now there are certain things that you have to remember while you are writing a report. Points to remember while writing a report. The description should be lively, then the facts should be realistic, then every detail must be included. Whatever you have seen, whatever you have seen with your eyes, you have to write. Then no exaggeration of events or facts. There you cannot be writing your own thing there. Whatever you have witnessed, whatever you have seen with your own eyes, only that. Then arrange the events in a sequence. If you are writing about an event, you have to arrange it in a proper sequence. Then don't forget to mention the consequences about what were the, like if it was, you know, you had an accident, you were a witness to an accident, what were the consequences of that, what had happened. Then mention any action if taken. Okay, now earthquake, and if you are reporting about an earthquake or okay about an accident that has happened, now what were the action that was taken by the authorities. Then use of 4 P's. Now what are these P's? First thing is that this is something that has already happened. You cannot be writing it in the present tense. It is something that has already happened. You have to write it in the past tense. Then after that you have to use precise language. Okay. Then passive voice. Now you remember in grammar also we have covered the topic active and passive voice. So now here why you have to be reporting it in passive voice, because more important is what has happened than about the person who is reporting. You are not important. Who is doing the reporting is not important. What he is reporting, what he is going to tell us, that is more important. The action is more important than the person who is reporting. Then whatever you are reporting should be not I. You are only just reporting, but you are reporting about another person, about an incident that has happened. So all that will come only in the third person. You are not going to use I or you. You will be using the terms he, she, it or they are normally used when you are reporting. Then now sometimes in your given question you may get what has to be the heading. If not, then you can use another appropriate title, like use the same headlines if given in the question. Okay, sometimes in your question itself you may have what you have to. If that is not there, then you can use an appropriate one. Report only facts and in order in which they have happened. Okay, it should be in a proper sequence, not what happened in the middle or what happened at the end. No, it should be always in a sequence, like what, when, where, why, how. Okay, in that proper sequence it has to go. Highlights or other relevant information, comments of witness or evidence from the people. Now if it is what do you say, accident, then you will be asking about the others also, what are their who are the eyewitnesses of this accident, and what are, if they were eyewitnesses, what were the things that they saw, according to them, how did they feel, their opinion about it. Now in this class in 8th standard you are only going to be learning how to do reporting about a person. Now like for example, if I ask you about who is your favorite actor, all of you all will name your favorite actor. Now if I ask you to describe that actor, you all can start off with this physical description, then you all can go about when he started his career, what were the major achievements of his career till today, and then whatever additional information you can go on giving in a sequence. It is not that you start off with his latest this thing, then suddenly you jump into when he started, at what age was his first film and all. No, it should be in a proper sequence. So here when you are going to be reporting about a person, what are the things that you will be doing, giving us about a person. Description of a person is a biological sketch of their lives from birth to the present time. Okay, highlighting major events and achievements during that span. So what are the major things that are major important incidents that has taken place during that span? In short, it entails a person's characteristics and events related to his life and their effects on his life. So everything important. No, we are not interested in all the minute, irrelevant facts. We are only concerned about all the major things that has happened in his acting career or about whoever. Now here I am taking about an actor. if I am asking you to, report about somebody else who you admire, your role model and all. So, what are the major events and how that events have, had its effect on his life. Okay. Now, here I have given you a sample. Now, as I told you, I want all this copied into your notebook also. Now, the sample here, first sample is, one of your friends, Raman or Ramani, is very gentle and polite. You regard him or her as your best friend. So, describe him in around 150 to 170 words. Now, see here, these writing skills and all, we usually give you a word limit. So, try to stick to that word limit, try not to go beyond it, and the additional 10 to 15 words is permissible, but don't go beyond that, because that is why we are giving you a word limit. If that was not important, we wouldn't as in try and finish it off within this, because during your exams a teacher mentioned that you are asked to write a short paragraph, but then that child had all the time in the world, and he or she wrote around 8 to 9 pages. So, that is why I say stick to the word limit. So, now you gave a proper title, Raman and Ramani hyphen, you put a real gem. Now, see, we have capitalized the first alphabet of the word. Now, you left a line, then everything should be, everything should start at the left margin. I have many friends. One of them is Raman or Ramani. If you want, you can put it as a boy's name or as a girl one. One of them, Ramani, is my best friend. He or she is the friend I have always longed for. I have always longed for. We are also classmates. He always stood by me in support during misfortunes. He is also a healthy critic, and his criticism always helps me improve my behavior and personality. Being a topper in the class, he also helps me in my studies. He also helps me in my studies. The full stop is not visible. Okay. To conclude, he has been a boon to me. We do homework together. Then we go to the park for playing and workout. Okay. Then I have started the next paragraph. Then whenever I am wrong, he explains to me my mistakes and tells me what to do next. I pray to God to bless upon our company forever. So, this is how this person has given a brief description about his friend. Okay, that was sample number 1. This has to be written into your notebook. Now, for practice, I want you to write about this one. Last summer vacation, you went to your friend's hometown. His grandmother looked after you as if you were her own grandchild. Describe her. Okay, you don't have to describe the place or anything. You have to just describe that grand old lady that grandmother who looked after you in his absence in around 150 to 170 words. Now, remember, that's why I have written this. This topic has to be, copied into the notebook. Okay, children.